Hi, I'm Cliff with Killer Instinct Crossbows, and in this video we're going to review the cocking and shooting process of the SWAT XP crossbow. Before getting started, always be sure to check your crossbow for any damage before loading or shooting. If you find a damaged bolt, do not use it and properly dispose of it. The included Killer Instinct Hyper SWAT crossbolts are designed specifically for the bow's AccuTac barrel and trigger box configuration. Only use crossbolts that meet Killer Instinct's design criteria, including our proprietary glued-in aluminum knock, specific vane configuration, 22-inch minimum length, and 400 minimum grain weight, including point. While cocking the SWAT XP with either the supplied rope cocker or DSC crank, always make sure the cocking process is completed when the safety moves into the safe position. If the crossbow string is latched and crossbow cocking process wasn't completed, manually move the safety to the safe position before loading your crossbolt. Always keep the crossbow safety in safe position until ready to shoot. Never shoot without an arrow, and never shoot without the arrow firmly against the string. Always keep the crossbow aimed in a safe direction while loading and when loaded. To get started cocking the SWAT XP with the rope cocker, first flip the cheek rest forward. Do not attempt to cock the bow with the cheek rest down. Position the bow front end down onto a secure surface and place your foot onto the center of the max foot pad stirrup. Located on the back of the crossbow buttstock is the rope cocker groove. With your foot securely on the foot stirrup, place the center of the rope cocker in the groove with one hook on each side of the barrel. Attach the rope cocker hooks to the string with the open end facing down on each side of the barrel. Before pulling up on the rope cocker handles, make sure the hooks are snug against the barrel. Keep the bow straight up and down vertically and begin to pull the rope cocker handles upwards while angling back towards your body. Pull up until the crossbow string fully engages into the trigger box. You'll hear a click when you've done so. Slowly release tension on the rope cocker and completely remove the rope cocker from the crossbow while keeping your hands and fingers out of the string path. Always make sure the cocking process is completed when the safety moves into the safe position. If the crossbow string is latched and the crossbow cocking process wasn't completed, manually move the safety to the safe position before loading your crossbolt. Once the bow has been cocked, flip the cheek rest back into position. To get started cocking the SWAT XP with the dead silent crank, first flip the cheek rest forward. Do not attempt to cock the bow with the cheek rest down. Position the bow front end down onto a secure surface and place your foot onto the center of the max foot pad stirrup. Insert the crank into the rope cocker groove located on the back of the buttstock, making sure it is fully seated into the groove. Push and hold the red release button on the crank upwards to release the hooks. In one hand, pull both hooks towards the bowstring at the same time. Attach the hooks to the crossbow string, hooks facing down on each side of the barrel. Always make sure the crank ropes are not twisted and the hooks are fully attached to the string. Attach the crank handle to the extruding post on the left or right side of the crank. With the safety in the fire position, begin cranking until the crossbow string engages the trigger box. You'll hear a click when you've done so. Once cocked, crank the handle slightly to relieve tension on the crank. Holding the crank handle, press and hold the red release button using your other hand to begin cranking in the opposite direction. Remove the hooks from the string while keeping your hands and fingers out of the string path. After removing the hooks from the crossbow string, remove the crank from the buttstock. Do not attempt to shoot the bow with the crank attached. Once the bow has been cocked, flip the cheek rest back into position. To load the bow, aim the crossbow in a safe direction and place the bolt into the barrel with the odd color vane up. Slide the bolt back until the knock makes contact at the back of the barrel. While holding the crossbow vertical in a safe direction, press the red loading lever on the back of the bow upwards. Visually, the crossbow will drop roughly half an inch further into the barrel and will remain secure throughout the rest of the shooting process. Always make sure the loading lever is in the bolt-loaded position before shooting. The crossbow is now ready to shoot. If you have any further questions, please contact Killer Instinct Customer Service for details.